there, it's another tarot sesh for Capricorn. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a reading for May 2025 for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars or Venus, Jupiter. Take it as it resonates. Not all parts of this message will resonate. Also understand that energies can be crisscrossed, flip-flopped, and or reversed. Cross watchers are welcome, but things could be flip-flopped in the reading. And welcome back to all of my subscribers. If you are returning to the channel and haven't yet subscribed, make sure that you smash that button and like and share with anybody that throughout this reading, if any of this resonates or you think that it can help someone else, please share it. Underneath the deck as we get started, we have Yamosha, Starseed. So she's like the mermaid. Mermaids could be significant. But, mermaids are mystical creatures. And she's the Canna mermaid. I really love that. There's, this card, there's a whole thing about mermaids, right? So I suggest maybe Googling it or researching it. But the Starseed card is kind of like the star card in tarot, which is Aquarius energy. You could have that somewhere strong in your chart or be dealing with somebody who does. But we're also in the age of Aquarius. It's Pluto in Aquarius right now. Pluto's actually in retrograde or about to go in retrograde. But regardless, it's about technology in the future and kind of how we're advancing, and we're going to have advanced leaps and bounds. The last time that we had this period of time in history, it was like a technological revolution, and so it's really exciting times. But it's also because we're Neptune in Aries for, I forget how long, but it's a long time off the top of my head. But we're going to be in that time period, or this time period for quite some time too. And the last time that happened, it was like the Civil War. So there's going to be lots of transformation. Doesn't necessarily have to be as bloody and battly as, battly, what kind of word is that? As bloody and brutal as, past wars. But, now we've got things like, technology and technological, mindset wars, that kind of thing. Can be just as dangerous. And so, there's a lot there. But there's something having to do with like beauty, grace, but also being kind of like, with mermaids, there's also sirens and, people that can, kind of lead you astray. So you have to watch out and be careful for that. But somebody, also this could be like somebody's like a star. Star-like energy. Star seed, clearly also connected to, outer space. Take it as it resonates. Top of the deck. I talked way too long on that. That was bottom of the deck. Love you guys so much, though. 333 on the clock. You might want to look up angel number 333. Your angels are around you. You are protected right now. Top of the deck. Sorcery, revolution. Did I not just get done talking about the last time that we had this time period in history? It was a revolution. We had the Civil War and whatnot going on. So there's that. We're like, this is a torch. They're holding up a torch, and there's like stars around it. Star seed, right? So somebody could be like holding the torch, passing the torch. Passing the torch. Somebody's passing the torch in a different time, in a different realm, time period. So, and as I say this, there's a picture behind the camera, and it's like a corkscrew staircase looking down, which is kind of like, time spiral, because they say there's no such thing as time. It's actually like a spiral, right? So this is like a parallel time frame, and somebody's like either living or, I don't know, something's happening that's happened before. And it has to do with revolution. Now this could be a good revolution. But I feel like somebody is like kind of star front and center. They could still be the siren of, you know, sounding the alarm of like what's happening or whatnot, but this person is a siren, and it has, you know, could have something to do with the cannabis industry. Okay, so what else do we have? Every time I see that card, I get that song stuck in my head, the Beatles. They say, you want a revolution, well, you know, we all want to change the world, or something like that, right? Like, that's the tune that always gets stuck in my head with that. What do we have for Capricorn, please? Okay, Capricorn, higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. So mote it be. So, for my returning subscribers, excuse me, y'all know that at the end of every year I do a predictions reading, and what we do, what I do is I predict, you know, all the upcoming full moons of the upcoming year, and then each month that goes by, we go over these predictions, you know, just to talk about, you know, see what happens, and how it relates to your world. But I started doing them at the end of these readings, so we can see how it relates to your reading as well. And so we'll do that at the very end. You just got to sit tight. So underneath the deck, we've got 7th house. Now the 7th house, I believe, what is the 7th house? The 7th house is, hold on, I partner, marriage, others, other partnerships. It's awareness of others. Also, I collaborate. It's the house of Libra, Venus. So partnership, working together with others, could be coming into play during the month of May. I did not even like try to rhyme that, but it did. Then we have Leo. So the house, you could have Leo in the 7th house for some of you. If you have Leo in the 7th house, that's dope. Drop a comment in the comments below, or smash that like button. Or you could just have significant Leo placements, or be dealing with somebody who does. So Leo is typically a sign that likes to be front and center. They like stage presence. They're good at business. They're very like business focused. It's a fire sign, so very passionate energy. They're very cuddly, but also and very giving. They are very giving. I feel like somebody could have like a Leo moon, or maybe a Leo sun, and you have like a Capricorn moon or other placements. That's why you're here or something. Okay, Capricorn, please. Higher peace. You also could be dealing with a Leo. So underneath the deck, we have 2 of Cups. This is a relationship. Now, it can absolutely be a romantic relationship. But this also can be like a platonic relationship, friendship, family, you know, love, that type of thing. But 9 times out of 10, it's like a romance. So that's underneath the deck. It's underlying energy and or what you don't see coming. So just take it as it resonates. Top of the deck. Let's get 3 cards, please. Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a Queen of Cups. Is that gonna... Oh, okay, there's 2 cards there. Nope, I'm being told to keep going. One more, please. Capricorn. One more for Capricorn. Thank you. Oh. Okay. You know, that's good. Ew. Okay, so underneath the deck, we're going to clarify. There's some kind of ending that you're dealing with. Complete ending. And it's like one of those endings, like for better, for worse, it's not coming, or for better or for worse, it's not coming back. It's over. It's done with. So it could have something to do with communication. This could have something to do, anything having to do with technology, communication, text messages, literature, legal, law, something like that. In some cases, it can also mean jail. Somebody could be dealing with it or be facing it, or that's like what's on someone's mind. So we have the Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with the Queen of Cups or have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, water energy, feminine energy. In your chart, you could be a feminine, or this could be your feminine energy. So Queen of Cups, she's very loving, very loyal. She could be a mother. Doesn't have to be, but she could be a mother. It's like that motherly energy, right? And very wise. Very wise. She could have something to do with like the fae, like fairies, fae. I just heard protected by the fae. I like it. Because I see toadstools. Then 2 cards fell out. Currently, we've got protected by angels, or there's temperance energy. Somebody who's able to balance between the 5D and the 3D. And then the 3 of staffs, which is waiting for their ships to come in. Somebody's manifesting something, and then we've got a magician. So either like something's being balanced out and it's going to happen, like it's like waiting in suspense, right? Yeah, we're definitely going to clarify. It's waiting in suspense, but it is being protected by temperance. Also Sagittarius energy. There could be a Sagittarius coming in to balance this. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And then the magician is like Gemini, Virgo energy. And that's all about manifestation. This is like some kind of manifestation is coming in. It could be for this Queen of Cups, which has something to do with jail or a complete ending. Or maybe there was something, like there's a picture. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I mean, I can talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about what I see. All I know is everything is fine. Yeah. There's some foul play. We're going to put it that way. That somebody is worried about because of a plan. But what's happening, what's actually playing out is a manifestation of this Queen of Cups. Now we're going to clarify. Whoa, that just got like really serious. There was a plan. Death card, yeah, a plan for money. Scorpio energy that somebody knows about. But everything is fine. That's only for some of you. Like when I say like an ending, it doesn't have to be so gruesome, right? Like it could just be like somebody wanted somebody to go away, get out of their hair, like go to a different job or work site or whatever. That's still wrong. You know, when you mess with anybody's free will, that turns into karma that comes back on you. Like, and it can be in multitudes. I don't even know if I want to continue this reading. Oh my gosh. I was talking about revolution, right? We're talking about revolution. So, underneath the Ten of Swords is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is my least favorite card in the tarot deck. And it has to do with theft and deceit and like everything evil that you can think of, like all the bad things, unaliving and things like that, like stabbing behind the back, mischievous, deceitful type of energy. And then underneath that was underneath the Ten of Swords, which is underneath the deck. As we're going into the clarification, underneath the deck we have the Seven of Swords again. So guard against deceit and concealment. Whether this is you or for another person that you're dealing with or somebody that's watching this reading. It's Aquarius energy. We were talking about being in the age of Aquarius. But there's investigation involved because somebody's being dishonest due to betrayal. Some kind of strategy was involved, like sneaky tactics, trickery. And it's all due to low self-esteem. So what's the Queen of Cups? Clarify the Queen of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. She's money. Whether she's actual money or she's linked to money, she's valuable, she's worth money. Everything in fruition and wisdom from all stages of life. I'm already going to guess because I'm feeling that the storyline of this is going into more like this is what's actually going to play out, and it's something that she's manifested because there was some kind of deceit and trickery and some F that was going on, okay? So what is the Three of Wands with this Temperance? Like Temperance is either here or it's coming. She's protected, just waiting for something to play out, but it's something that's being manifested. What is this Temperance with the Three of Wands, please? Also, if the camera is bouncing at all, I apologize. I had to change the camera direction or the position. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. Okay. So this could be a younger water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, younger than you. We also could be dealing with a child. This also could be talking about like what love or like emotions produce, like a child. You know, it could be like a pregnancy. Ooh, sorry, that was me. And or this could be like an apology or somebody coming in with, you know, like just, you know, being really kind, you know, paying compliments, being complimentary. Don't let your emotions, though, get in the way. It is about, you know, sweetness, gentleness, being reflective, somebody using their intuition, kindness, and sensitivity. So, like I said, somebody coming in and wanting to be really kind, wanting to balance things out. Sorry, I'm actually listening to my cat destroying something in my room. So, the Magician. What is the Magician? What is the Magician? The Hanged Man. Okay. So this is Neptune energy. And I mentioned it's Neptune in Aries right now, which makes this a very turbulent time. But this is water energy, and water kind of simmers things down. Neptune, you know, is water energy. It's about creativity, problem solving, groups, and growth. Somebody has manifested a very creative solution because they look at the world from a different perspective. They waited patiently. They sacrificed. You know, it's not that they hesitated so much, but they were being very strategic in how they made their moves or how they will make their moves in the future. There is a sense of suspension, you know, or suspense, you know, to the situation. But when you're in the Hanged Man, it's like 1,000%. Like I'm seeing 1,000% on the clock. Like the manifestation is going to happen 1,000% because this person took the time to actually manifest, to do all the right things. Now, if this isn't another person, obviously, you know, and this is you, It's like somebody's just waiting for this manifestation to come in, whatever it is. But what's in her? Oh, wow. Yeah, so there's an ending. You guys, I can't make this up. There's an ending. And then behind that, I told you there was a Seven of Swords. Has to do with the King of Staffs. This could be an Aries. This could be an Aries. It could be, can be a Leo or Sagittarius. But I do feel like this is more Aries energy. And that's because it's like super toxic obsession. It's about, toxicity. You're only limited by what you believe is possible. It's bondage. It's materialism, obsession, and chains. Being, obsessed with yourself. And somebody now, it's like over somebody's powerlessness. There's nothing else that they can do. Nothing else that they can do. Now that is, okay, here's the other thing too. It's Capricorn energy, which is you, Capricorn. I think that, this could be something, if this is you talking about you as a person, this could be, there's something that's ended for you. But if this isn't you as Capricorn, I feel like what we're talking about here is something that was super toxic. And, it's over. Like, it's no longer, and everything that's happening moving forward, whether this is your energy or somebody around you, it's like everything that was being manifested, now it's like people are just waiting to see what happens, because it's coming in. Somebody also, like, is going to see things from a completely different perspective once this all goes down, if it hasn't already. Like, for some of you, I'm feeling like this reading is confirming what's playing out as you're watching this, if you're seeing it early enough in the month. Otherwise, like, it could be confirming, like, what already played out. For others of you, like, even, it doesn't matter what time you're seeing this, it could be happening in the very near future. Okay, so underneath the deck, we have do something different. For some of you, I feel like I'm hearing, like, jump ship. But, like, and or just doing something completely different, not even, like, in the same industry. Maybe this is you, maybe this is another person. Now, others of you, it's like, or it's just another message, right? It can apply to everybody, but, like, do something different. The definition of crazy is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, right? So do something different. Like, you can still start again and try it again, right? It's just do it in a different way, because if you do it in a different way, then it'll create different results. So do something different. It could be anything. Just change one thing. And that, that could be a revolution. It's just like the torch. Think about it. The torch. It used to be just a lighter or whatever, but somebody said, let's, throw gas on this and, like, heat big rigs up so we can dab. And here we are. Sorcery. It's like magic, right? But revolutionary. Top of the deck. Wake up call. Somebody has, yes, yeah. So somebody's getting a wake up call. I don't know who this is, right? I'm just a reader. I'm the channel. I'm used for messages, right? Somebody is getting a freaking wake up call. And let me tell you, okay, what's behind that? The Fool with the Seven of Swords. Those were the next two. So it was because of some sneaky, deceitful-ish that somebody is taking a leap of faith, starting something new. That, or they've just been foolish. They were being foolish. I think it's actually more that. Somebody was being foolish and did some sneaky, deceitful stuff. Could could have been a younger fire sign. And they did it to, there's the star again. Did it to a younger star energy who had the potential of a lot of money, success, fame. Now there's something that's coming in. Somebody wants to communicate something. But this has been a long time coming. It goes by slow. Okay, I can't keep doing that. It's just going, I do want to read into the, I do want to sneak. I want to sneak for you, Capricorn. I want to give you messages, but also then this reading would take forever. So, but somebody's getting a wake-up call because of all of this, because of the situation. I feel like we're getting, seeing a different side of it. And remember I said at the very beginning, and I don't typically say like cross-watchers, you're welcome, but you know, it's not your reading, blah, blah, blah. I feel like because there could be cross-watchers watching, or it's just, you know, flip it in reverse, whatever. It's like we're seeing inside somebody else's storyline, but also it's part of yours. Some way, somehow, you're going to know your storyline better than anybody else because everybody's different, okay? But something that I've said here could clarify that parts of this message is meant for you. And that's your wake-up call. Okay. Wake-up call to do something different. Start doing something different. Stop maybe being connected to stuff that's, you know, making bad decisions. Bad relationships. You know, it's like working with the wrong circle of people, finding the right circle of people. But it's, I really feel like this is somebody's wake-up call to do something different and realize, you know, something maybe that was done or that they were part of was stupid. It was really dumb and they shouldn't have done it. Underneath the deck, yeah. I can't make it up. Communication. Either there's communication coming in or somebody wants to communicate something. It's all about self-expression, exchange, sharing, and connection. Number 34, so somebody could be 34 years old. Could be a lucky number, but also 3 plus 4 equals 7. Sevens are about defending yourself, morals, ethics, beliefs, values, goals. It's also about having lots of options and opportunities. It's also about growth. But it's also about deceit and that. So just take it as it resonates, right? Somebody could be communicating something or needs to communicate something. And then top of the deck, we have number 21, self-esteem. Somebody needs the confidence to communicate something. They need to build their self-love, self-worth, and pride. Number 21. So somebody could be 21 years old. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Threes are all about celebration, waiting for your ships to come in. You know, it's also about heartbreak, heartache. But I feel like more so, it like somebody's self-esteem could bug someone. I'm getting that message. I have to say it and put it out there. Somebody's self-esteem could bug someone. But you know what? That's not anyone's problem but their own. You know? Like if somebody is irked by my whatever, presence, aura, anything that I say, that's not my problem, that's theirs. 10:10 on the clock. So take it as it resonates. That's not my problem. Seems like they have an issue, and that's their problem. They need to figure out why they're being triggered so bad by something that I'm saying. And, you know, just using me as an example, but just saying, right? Okay, let's keep going. Already at 29. We'll almost be done here, and then we'll go through the predictions. Meant to do this a little faster, but you have a juicy one. It's so funny, like everything in the top, everything that came out on the top of the deck is like really good and kind of positive. But everything below is like, whoa. Like that's, I feel like that's what this person or situation like got away from, got out of, right? Underneath the deck, we've got, this card has come out so much. Number 13, tubular bells, patience and trust. Okay, so the 13th could be significant. 1 + 3 = 4. It's about house, home, stability, foundation. This could be dealing with like a situation with a home or an apartment or something like that. Somebody's getting a wake-up call. And there's, you know, patience and trust that's involved in the situation. That's underlying information or underlying energy. Somebody could be getting some communication or has been really patient about communication. It could be about like a home situation. Top of the deck, psychedelic. Number 25, wisdom from the Fae folk. Did I not say earlier that this queen looks like she's like a Fae queen, like Queen of the Fae, or that she's protected by the Fae? And this card right here says wisdom from the Fae folk. This Queen of Cups, she could be like a very wise, person, very wise leader, very wise oracle, very wise magical person, whatever. Because she's the Queen of Cups, who's very mystical, very, very wise, right? Very loving. Could be into psychedelics. There are mushrooms on the card. Had a brilliant idea or has brilliant ideas. Due to self-esteem, maybe uses psychedelics to improve self-esteem. Now, if this isn't this person, right, this could be you. This could be a wake-up call saying use psychedelics, you know, for to enhance or to help your self-esteem. Somebody could be 25. 25 could be a lucky number. 2 + 5 = 7. There's that 7 again. 773. We had 7th house. There's 777. So 777, somebody could, you know, hit 777 if they're gambling. I'm not advising to go gambling. That's not what I'm saying, but somebody could. Somebody could be a gambler. If you know, if any of this resonates, please, you know, hit that like button. Drop a confirmation or a comment. Now, and also, if any of you are interested in a personal reading, I have my personals open. All of my contact information is in the description below this video. And I also do birth and natal charts too. So now we're going to go through what... Oh, you know what? I didn't even go over the song of the... when I was getting the cards together or anything. Now we're going to go over the predictions. But first, the song that I had for you when I was getting your cards together, Capricorn. Thanks for asking, 5-Finger Death Punch. Because I'm all right. Thanks for asking. There's a million things I'd love to say, but you don't want to hear. And then it goes on to say, they say the end is coming, and if that's true, well, I don't think I'll mind. So, because somebody could feel like the end is coming upon them because, like, there could be jail time involved or something like that, right? With the devil. Or it could be jail time for Capricorn. I mean, it doesn't have to be you, Capricorn, right? So it could be another one. But this is like somebody's wake-up call. And if this is somebody's ending, they're like, you know, I spoke to the devil and he told me I'm fine or something like that. But it's just about, you know, thanks for asking. It seems very cynical. Like the energy that I'm getting off of it now especially, it's like very cynical. But it's because somebody's having a wake-up call. They have to communicate and do something different if they have any chance of like getting out of this situation. Okay, so then for the predictions reading that I did back in December. So our full moon during the month of May is May 12th at 9:56 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That's on a Monday. It's the Scorpio flower moon. And the cards that we pulled were the Three of Pentacles. We also, the Three of Pentacles is all about partnership and working together. And it's like three or more people. Then emerging into grace. Somebody is emerging into grace, and that is literally what I see in your spread. Somebody is being protected, may have a child, but regardless, like an apology or something is like it's coming. Like a manifestation is coming, and it could involve a lot of money. But they're emerging into grace. And then we have the card number 21, resilience, because they were very resilient, this person. Waxing gibbous number 5. Fives are all about change of direction. And then we have rosemary number 3. Threes could be significant. The third could be significant. Ancient memories, right? So this is it's a couple different things. It could be ancient ancestral DNA that has been encoded into your DNA, and it's like being, somebody could have it, or it's just, it's being enhanced in some way. Or it could be like just memories of your life, your past, right? And reflecting on that time and using those lessons in order to courageously move forward into the future. And taking the best steps possible forward, knowing what you know now. So then the next card is the first quarter moon in Aries card that we pulled, and it means step into your power. Like, this is your wake-up call. Somebody's wake-up call, right? Step into your power. Step into your self-esteem. Communicate that shit. Get wisdom from the Fae folk. If you don't know the Fae, like, research it. Google it, right? You'll go into a huge rabbit hole. But it's very interesting, and you must pay them with respect. Must respect the Fae at all times, at all cost. Not even kidding. Lion skin was the crystal oracle that we pulled, and it means tolerance. So there could be something that you're tolerating this month, or something like where somebody's tolerated you, possibly, or you're tolerating something. But tolerance is the overall message, the overall, idea or theme. And then last but not least, I started using Astro Dice at the end of last year. And this is based on the 3 main principles of astrology. And so I rolled Uranus, Pisces, and the 10th house. And so it's all about a humanitarian and compassionate approach to one's career. So this talks about somebody like doing something humanitarian, whether it's to help enhance your company, your career, or more importantly, it's to help enhance somebody else's. Okay, so that's like telling the truth, and that helps somebody's career advance. Or it's doing charity work, maybe on behalf of your company, and making your company look good, but also doing good for the community. Something like that, right? It's a humanitarian and compassionate approach to one's career, either your career or somebody else's. So that is where I'm going to leave you. Oh, also, Pluto is in retrograde from May 4th to October 14th. So when that happens, that's when there's deep introspection related to transformation, alignment, and future changes. So again, this is somebody's wake-up call. This is the time to make those changes and realize, like, anything that you do now can change your future, will change your future, and it can be for better or worse, but that's your decision right in this time. So that said, this is where I'm going to leave you at. Hit me up. All of my contact information is in the description below this video if you want a personal reading. But I hope that this brought you clarity, insight, and answers. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. But I'll see you guys on the flip side. I hope you have a fantastic May. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.